Hi, I'm Stacey and welcome to my Book Nook. And today we're going to be doing my February Pick N Mix TBR. Shall we go through last month's? Did I even write last month's down? Probably not. Bear with me. My January TBR. My first role was Other, and for this I was to read The Appeal by Hallett. I won't hold them up, you know what they are, especially if you saw my last month. And I did read this. The second role was a contemporary or romance, and shockingly I chose a romance, which was The Charm Offensive by Alison Cochrun, and I did read that. Number 3 was a mood read, which I was super excited about, and I chose Bloodmarked by Tracy, Deonn, and I did read this too. Number 4 was a friend pick, and I got my mum to pick, and she chose Defend the Dawn by Brigid, Kemmerer, and I'm currently reading this. Number 5 was a TBR jar, and it was a book with an ugly cover, and for this I chose Plain Bad Heroines by Emily Danforth, and I have not read this. It's currently the 25th, so I don't know whether I'm going to get to it or not. Hopefully, but it is quite a chunky book, so we shall see. Also, I didn't tell you this then because I didn't know, but the Magical Readathon, hosted by G from Book Roast, is doing a year-long kind of readathon thing, and for January, one of the prompts was to finish a series. I'll pop the quest thing in here somewhere so you can see. So one of the prompts was finish a series, and for this I did Bloodmarked because it was finished the series up to when it's published too, and G said it's okay. So that's last month. Well, technically it's still this month. Now on to this month's rolls. Let's go. Welcome to my February TBR. Let's get into it. Roll number 1 is you can't really see that. It's a 2. So we're starting with the 1 ring and 1, 2. That is something on my priority TBR, which is something that I've done recently, so I guess we'll be picking something from there. Rule number 2 is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a friend pick. I know exactly what I'm doing for that one. Rule number 3. That's a 6. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a fantasy book. Fantasy genre. Okay, this is going well so far. Hopefully that doesn't jinx it. Roll number 4 is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yep. That's a thriller or horror or mystery. Roll number 5. 1 is an other genre. Okay, this is actually looking to be quite long now, so let's hope for a big number, please. Okay, cool. So that's a 12. Thank God for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's another friend pick. Roll number 7 is an 11, which means it's actually the last roll, right to the end. And that means I get to pick out whichever one of these that I would like. I'm tempted to do a TBR jar, I'm so tempted. But I'm also tempted to do a sweets pick because we haven't done one of those in a while. Let's do a sweets pick. So we've got my trusty jar. Mug, I suppose. Let's go for it. That one, whatever that is. Ooh, that's a purple one. Ooh, how exciting. So you will have seen the rolls now, you know what happened. And so, our first roll was Priority TBR. Now I had so many to pick from this, but I was thinking, so the February prompt that I chose for the magical readathon thing was to read a book with a building on it. So I was thinking that I would probably read The Magicians by Lev Grossman for this, or maybe Gilded by Marissa Meyer. But The Magicians is like top of my list to read because it's got so many mixed reviews. So probably that one. The second roll that we had was a friend pick. And this was such an easy one to do because my sister and I, Kyra, she's been on this YouTube channel before. I got her The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern for Christmas, and like a few days later it was 99p on Kindle, so I bought it, and she said, why don't we do a buddy read? And we're thinking February, so for friend pick it's The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I said that a bit weird, didn't I? Oh well. So the roll number 3 was fantasy. And what I've done for this, so I'm not too overwhelmed with things, is also combine it with the last roll, which is a sweets colour pick, and the pick was purple. So what I've chosen for this one is Violet Made of Thorns by Gina Chen. And I know my cover doesn't look very purple, although it does have purple flowers on it. It's got the word violet on it, but the original cover looks like this. So purple, very, very purple. So I would like to read Violet Made of Thorns. I haven't been saying what any of these are about. I'm just flying through it instead. I'll just quickly say, so The Magicians is a book that starts with, it's two friends. I'm actually going off the TV show right now, so I think it's accurate though, what I'm about to say, hopefully. Two friends, and they get into this school for magic, and they're trying to learn stuff. And they're not very nice people, and I can't really tell you what else it's about because that's all I can remember. Okay, The Starless Sea I actually know absolutely nothing about. I've read The Night Circus before, and I enjoyed it. Apart from that, can't tell you anything about Starless Sea. The only thing I know is I'm pretty sure there's a library or books of some variety in there. Violet Made of Thorns is much easier. I will read you the description. Violet is a prophet and a liar, influencing the royal court with her cleverly phrased and not always true divinations. Honesty is for suckers, and the oh-so-not-charming Prince Cyrus, who plans to strip Violet of her official role once he's crowned at the end of summer, unless Violet does something about it. But when the king asks for her to falsely prophesy Cyrus's love story for an upcoming ball, Violet awakens a dreaded curse, one that will end in either damnation or salvation for the kingdom, all depending on the prince's choice of future bride. Violet faces her own choice, seize control of her destiny no matter the cost, or give in to the ill-fated attraction grown between her and Cyrus. Which, it just sounds like my cup of tea, to be honest. Right, so role number 4 was a thriller or a horror. I've got 2 options for this, because the other option for the magical readathon is to read a book with only words on the cover. So if I don't end up reading the building one, which is The Magicians, then I might go for The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. And all I know about this is that it's Just read it, Stacey. Every day the same until today. Rachel catches the same commuter train every morning. She knows it will wait at the same signal each time, overlooking a row of back gardens. She's even starting to feel like she knows the people who live in one of the houses. Their life, as she sees it, is perfect. If only Rachel could be that happy. And then she sees something shocking, and in the one moment everything changes. Now Rachel has a chance to become a part of the lives she's only watched from afar. I'm intrigued to know what she saw or thinks she saw. So maybe that one. Alternatively, we have Into the Drowning Deep by Myra Grant. This is on my priority TBR, and it was bought for me for Christmas by my lovely boyfriend. And this follows a group of people going on an expedition to the Marianas Trench, and they're following up on a crew that disappeared without a trace. And it has killer mermaids, and I'm excited. So maybe this one. Maybe that one. Now, for the last ones, I've combined number 5, which was other genre, which I usually take to mean non-fiction, historical fiction, or literary fiction. Anything that isn't in my normal genres. And number 6, which was another friend pick. So, I picked out 3 different books, and I said to my boyfriend, which one would you like? Which one would you like me to read? So the ones that I picked for that were The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid, Ariadne by Jennifer Saint, and Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. Now, I want to read all of these, and I just told him to pick whichever one he felt like. He was just going out the door, so he literally just went, that one. And he chose Ariadne by Jennifer Saint. He said because it looked like it was Greek, historical. And I was like, well, that's exactly what it is. And thank you, because I'm excited to read it. So we've got Ariadne. And that is everything from me. Hopefully I'll manage to read all of them. But 5 seems to be pushing it for me, so we shall see. So let me know what you're reading this month. Whether you've read any of these, or enjoyed them or didn't enjoy them. And thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!